it's not that great, but we have to combat this COVID-19. So that is everybody's today's struggle is how to save our lives
Yes.
and save people.
So then tell me something about yourself, Guruji. Just small introduction. I will introduce you. You just tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so my name is Gowda. I'm a genomic I do 24 hours, sequence your genes, genome, and find out that is my area. So either yours, or a tiger, or a plant, or microbes. That is my domain research. So that is just very simple way. So that is the genomics and bioinformatics, combining biology and computer science together. Is hybrid science. We had really so that is kind of that is one part of mine. So the second part, I have an organization. It's called DNA Life. So where we enrich the biodiversity of plants, animals, microorganisms, saving
Hello, Guruji, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. So where I left as a rainforest. So world is under the deforestation. Okay. So a lot of organisms are being killed or human involved, encroach the land. So how to create them back? So that is called afforestation. So I run across India afforestation program. We have it's a volunteer organization, DNA Life. So one is increasing the diversity. Another one is the Bangalore Genomic Center, what I set up last 5 years, sequencing this diversity of the world of life. So that is my in brief introduction. You can find out in www.dnalife.org or about the how to increase the diversity, or you want to know the technology, how to sequence the genes and identify and rate. So that's from Bangalore Genomic Center. So www.bgc-genomics.com. So that is in brief.
Wow. So you are doing a lot of things, Guruji.
Thank you.
So I will just introduce you briefly, so let others also know who actually you are, what person you are. So he is none other than Dr. Malali Gowda. So he is the founder and director of Bangalore Genomic Center. Coming to its credentialities, he is an expert in genomics and greenomics. Greenomics is nothing but reforestation. He's done so many experiments on that. He has done a decade of research experience. He has a decade of research experience in United States of America from Michigan University and North Carolina State University and Ohio State University. He has served as dean at Ramaiah Medical College and University of Allied Sciences. So he's the founder of Bangalore Genomic Center. He's the first person to introduce genomics to India in the form of next generation sequencing. So he has installed various facilities at NCBS, the CCAM, Cellular Center for Cellular and Molecular Platforms, and NCBS is National Center for Biological Sciences, and also at Institute of Stem Cell Science and Regenerative Medicine, Bangalore. So he has a global patent on HLA typing, human leukocyte antigen typing, which is majorly helpful in organ transplantations and also fingerprinting. He's decoded various plants genomes, for example, rice, neem, ragi, tulsi, etc. And you say he just keeps on doing so many things. So he's also having a NGO, non-government organization called DNA Life, and also Biodiversity Conservation and Research Trust. He himself calls him the king of jungle. So it's great to hear from Dr. Malali. So welcome you, Guruji. So this is what I learned. Every person is a guru. So you are the very first person who told me that a guru should be called in the name of Guru, not sir or something. Guru is the what respect we give to a actual teacher. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for coming and joining us in live.
Thank you.
Yes, Guruji. Now, what is happening in Bangalore Genomic Center? What is this second world conference? People are talking so much about this. Can you just tell me about it?
So the genomics work and bioinformatics in Bangalore. The name itself is suggests. So it is kind of triggering the genomic. What I started from and the industrial, and IT sector in Bangalore globally. So my dream is to make Bangalore could be the next genome. Story. So that's I was saying, Bangalore will be the next, for organisms. It is not just by one researcher or one organization. It requires several researchers. So that is the reason I started 3-4 years back. Scientists, there could be professors, students, research scientists, many young people, senior people. So this is important because taking the bioinformatics to the next level, particularly in genomics, have HLA services. They in another week or so. So now the next one is the conference. This is the second conference, where we had first conference on COVID, where we invited scientists across the world during lockdown period. So that was appreciated by across the world, and that again I felt we should do more and more, because people are sitting inside the home, inside the office. People scared from each other. Social India become a socially involved country. So now this COVID is dispersed everybody. So, social distancing, that's what the world is following. Can we able to understand this, the virus, why this is a world, why is rapidly spread across the world? Honestly, the world is, is chased by this tiny virus, this 30 kilobases genome. It is defeated human genome. It's the 3 billion letters, ATGC, we talk about DNA. So it's a mystery. Last 20 years, almost human genome projects completed. And today, 2020, we are sitting in a kind of hiding just for 30 kilobase per virus. That's just, hardly 15 genes. This is I would call it as a nature call. Nature's try to give a signal, hey human, you stop you cannot think you are a supreme in the nature. So you are one among millions of species, and our own body, my own body, your body contains millions of viruses. This one among this may be evolved from mammalian system, different animal, but it adapted the human now. It is part of our system. One is, yes, it's scary because it is infected to almost all the countries in the world very rapidly, less than 6-7 months. And can you understand this? And can you find a solution? Can you move along with other organisms in nature? So that is what it is a message. So that is what we try to understand the nature of this virus and how to stop this disease spreading, across the world. It's already spread out, but how to reduce it. So it's not possible by one person, one country. It's like a human genome. Human genome in 2000 itself, 1990 started. Almost 100 countries come together, solve the puzzle of the genetics. So same scenario, now entire world has to come together. It's not possible by India, Bolivia, US, different countries. So can we bring the country together? That's the message is initiated by Bangalore Genomic Center. It was in first conference in June. So this is the second one.
Very true, Guruji. Now even the people who are treating the infected persons are also dying. For example, there are various doctors and the nurses and clerks who are everywhere involved in treating COVID. In India, we call them as Corona warriors. So there are so many Corona warriors who are losing their life. Still, they want to strive for their benefit of others. What do you think about this, Guruji?
Yeah. So I think now every common man knows about DNA and even a virus. People talk about RT-PCR. People talk about the biology. So this is a real education to the humanity. This COVID-19 taught the biology. We always need to go to classroom books we used to read, right? So now, as you said, nurse or a doctor or a scientist or Nobel laureate or even kids, everybody knows about what is the biology. That is the power given by COVID-19.
So very true. So very true.
Yes, as you mentioned, many people get infected when they go on treat, but there is no other option unless you wear this mask, okay, and protect yourself. So that is what everybody doing it. Simple is social distancing. That is the only way. I mean, when you go treat doctors, you have to go near the patients, and then you have to treat the patients. So that time you have to be careful. There is only a solution currently. What I see, hopefully in the future, we'll get vaccines. Possibly, I'm saying possible. I'm not convinced that because we're not understood this virus. If this virus integrated to our genome, in our DNA, it is impossible to slice it out from the genome. So that not many people talk about that because we don't know the nature of it. It could be a cellular entity, if not integrated to the genome. Possibly, we can kill it. If it integrates, it's like exactly like HIV. It's impossible to stress every cell is infected because we have billions of cells. So if that goes to our reproductive, organs, so that goes to the next generation. So that's had to understand this nature. So as possibly we need to improve our immunity against this virus. One, a lot of work has been done from medical field, and I from India, so we have a lot of traditional roots, particularly traditional medicine, or possibly in my home, we prepare from 20-30 herbs. We don't know what is there. Don't ask me what is there the medicine. Okay, that is the best thing not to ask. You are practicing it. It is like you are go to a kitchen, your spice, pepper. The whole world come to India because such a pepper. So where there in the Europe, the meat was spoiled. So people found this pepper. So where the decay can be reduced. In a similar way, so maybe we should try our tropical rainforest as herbs, even different organism, fungi, they might inhabit the fungus. So we need to experiment on that. More investigation has to happen. And plants, medicinal plants particularly, that is the best strength in India. So hopefully we will find something. That is the reason, Bangladesh Genomic Center and along with Professor Gustavo from Bolivia Institute of Pathology and Pulmonary Institute, hypoxia man is called hypoxia man. Lower the oxygen, our breathing will be the problem. So
yes, yesterday we had him live.
Yes, so I had a great opportunity work with him because I work on plants. Plants generate oxygen, and his concept is higher elevation, there'll be a lower oxygen content. So what happened to that? I think they have a great collaboration. I have great respect to him and his institute, and possibly understanding the nature of this virus and also human. So nobody talking about the human per se variability. So we have a lot of genetic variability, particularly in India. So we have to study which people, which are the communities which are resistant, which are susceptible. That there is no studies going on as of now. So right now we're detecting the virus. Yes, is a positive. Keep the person in an isolation. So that is a current research going across the world. So, so that's possibility of finding a solution from traditional medicine and also from modern medicine. So we combine together, we can able to find some solution apart from social distancing. Is anyway, it's already people practicing it. I feel bringing the world together, that is the message given from this conference, World COVID Conference. We discuss about advances. What happened last 7-8 months? It's not 7-8 years, or not 70 years. So this is the most critical stage for the world, particularly humanity. Look at animals; they're all happy. Look at birds; they're all happy. But human is a problem now. Itself is facing the problem. There are actually, the animals running away from, but now human running away from another human. It is a kind of a what do you call nature rhythm. So just dispersing everybody. So I think we'll find a solution. We have a great speakers across the world. People talk about vaccine development. People talk about testing antigen, viral sequencing. What is the virus diversity? Different parts of the world. And we are people talk about Ayurveda, traditional medicine. People are going to talk about human perspective. What happened to the human when there is infection? Human gene expression studies, human protein or proteome expression studies. And also we talk about how this, for example, Mumbai, the Dharwai. So
Dharavi slums.
that is the high density of population, millions of people in a square kilometer, few kilometers area. It appears to be they have done a very good job how this virus has reduced significantly. Possibly, it's a herd immunity must have infected, left that. So we will have a corona warriors. Today we are talking about doctors. I will tell you next few months. The people have been, infected. Maybe they have got antibodies resistance inside. I'm not talking about a vaccine from injecting a dead virus inside our body. People suppose I have infected, so now possibly I might be resistant. So now I can go happily and work. So that need to be the next goal of the researchers to find out who has been infected. Yes, you allow those people to go next step. So that means the virus spread can be controlled. So we need to have a population segregation and a workforce possibly which have antibodies against this virus. So that is an immediate requirement globally to reduce the spread of this COVID-19. Anyway, we are going to discuss more and more in the conference. I'm not going to talk today about the virus, epidemiology, different treatments. I'm not an expert, but I'm an expert and bringing the world together along with Professor Gustavo. This is even bringing in the lockdown period during the this COVID pandemic. It's not easy convincing people. With great difficulty, great respect to everybody, people across the world. So the co-organizers, the campaigning across their areas. They are motivating the scientists, students. Come on, let's move forward in a positive way. Yes, we can able to find a solution. The only world come together irrespective of the differences. Okay, so we leave the differences, negativity, come as a positivity, as a human, as a one species among billions of species in the biodiversity. So yes, we have a positive one.
Yes, Guruji, I agree to you. The word belief, if a person believes in anything, if he wants to do it, he will ultimately end up doing it. There is no other go. Only thing is, he should believe.
Yes, that's what we believe. We have to bring the people in the lockdown period. We demonstrated it, and this is the second one. Possibly in the future, we go maybe every alternative month because it's not going to stop. So we already demonstrated the world. We can bring the countries together, scientists, doctors, and even government. A lot of government people or departments, like for example, police. They are the now they have been they want to stop the social people come and gather and all this, but they get infected. Not only hospital. So now the next challenge, especially in India, is the education system, schools and colleges. It's not open yet. That domain of education. We have to see maybe the peak or maybe because the young population going to see, so they might be able to stop this. So this could be the next. I don't know when the schools and colleges are going to open. Many of the people in this community. Yeah, my apology again. So internet give trouble. So I'm just classifying the particularly young community. I said maybe 30 years. So that age group has not speech or colleges. But I don't know what it is because since all the time school happening with the Zoom. how long you can't do experiments, right? So there is next learning lesson is going to come to the colleges and schools. See whether this infection rate is increases or decreases. We have to understand.
Yes, Guruji. Yes, the young mind should step up, and we have to take away and towards treating COVID and take away this COVID, right?
I don't know we can take away this virus. It's like it's part of our system.
So that symbiotic system, whatever it is there, we need to grow with the virus, stay with the virus, live with the virus.
Yes, and you have to make adjustment, lifestyle adjustment. You have to stop your growth. Human race is going invaded every across the world, every land, every ocean. All these have been encroached. So we might need to stay with our territory and allow other organisms sustain. And some of these viruses might stay there instead of coming to the human. So it's like the diversity exists, and some animal this would have been also stayed with them. And we started eating every animal, started encroaching their habitat. So when there is a habitat shrink and the species has to survive, in the sense here I'm talking about the virus, whereas has survived. So we started eating more and more, going to their habitat. So there will be more chance of coming to the human contact. So is human everywhere, every continent you can go, every square kilometers or square meters you find humans. So easy to spread, right? We are spreading ourselves. So our population is more now. We went across the planet. So maybe we have to shrink ourselves. Let the other organisms stay. They reserve. They will be able to contain this virus and stay with their population, not coming to the encroach into the human genome. So actually, these viruses, pathogens, they're encroaching human genome now because human genome or human population is high, so there will be high rate of transmission.
Yeah. Ultimately, every living organism in this world has its own space, right?
Yes, so that is what I am working on last 20 years. So started from my village, Assam district, Karnataka, India. I navigated. I was sitting in the US. How to create the rainforest in a short period, 5 years, we can able to create the rainforest. We can bring the diversity back, and with the diversity, we can live in sustainable way. So we already demonstrated. So you come to our organization, you will learn more DNA Life. So there is a technology, traditional technology, which was exists in India. We just replicated. So possibly that is a solution to increase the diversity of other animals, plants, microorganisms, and create a buffer zone to reduce the transmission. So I'm not sure this conference we are going to invite those people, but in the future possibly we're bringing some of the ecosystem like Earth biogenome project, human genome projects, plant genomes, animal genomes. We're all sequencing so many organisms, understanding. We're just studying it. But I don't think many organizations going and replicating this organisms. That is what the strength of DNA Life have established. So we can able to create more and more varieties of in a particular species, and they stay in their habitat. We stay in our habitat. So we also need to live in a mutual, in a coexist way. So that is only a solution I can see. That also solution for climate change. So it's all interlinked.
The whole ecosystem is so very interlinked.
Yes, it's a very fragile. We already disrupted it. Water cycle we disrupted. We disrupted the biosphere. We disrupted. we involved in climate change, increase the public pollution, industrialization. We are doing too much, damage to the environment. So we don't know the consequences unless we work with the nature. Yes, we are going to survive. If we try to isolate from the nature, we might extinct this from the planet Earth. It's like you must have read it. Dinosaurs, almost 60 million years ago, they roamed around the planet Earth. Today, they're not there. So we should not be in that category. Mass extinction of humans. So a huge, flood. Because we disturbed the ecosystem. 40 to 60% of Karnataka state is under the flood situation. If we don't maintain the buffering system, buffer in the sense atmosphere and earth, there is a connected by a forest. If you remove the forest, you will have a drought, no water to drink. If you again, the other effect is you will have a more cooling in the winter and more climatic dynamics. So these are all leading to catastrophes. So it is currently happening in India, particularly in Karnataka state. All the rivers are overflowing, heavy rain in a short period of time. It is to distribute 6 months. So it is just falling in a week's time. So our ecosystem is not able to tolerate. I am telling ecosystem in the sense, the forest ecosystem. So that actually stopped the rain coming from the, rainfall dropping onto the ground, and it avoid the flooding. And at the same time, they help to sink water into the ground. So organisms in the space, particularly the forest and also the ground, so they're all well balanced. Okay, so this COVID has given a thought process, a lesson to the human. You have to be in a kind of, space. You have your own space. Don't encroach other space. So the lesson is given. At the same time, science and technology, I think we went deep into the genomes of the human genomes of this virus. So very interesting in terms of evolution. Why some people are resistant. Possibly they exposed a few years back. They must have got irritability of their nature. Some people have segregated, they may be susceptible. The same thing, virulence, non-virulence, all these factors. We are dealing only one pathogen. We have one disease. We have n number of diseases are going to come up. Already we have experienced. Okay, so I think it's a great opportunity. Every discipline, not medicine. So this could be a plant science, it could be a animal science, animal husbandry, wildlife, forestry, Ayurveda, whatever, Western medicine, Eastern medicine, Indian medicine, Chinese medicine, Tibetan medicine, Amazonian medicine. So we have to test. It's a global experimentation, I would say. So for that, a lot of experts are going to come and speak. They're going to share this knowledge. So this is given the opportunity for us to come together. You don't need aeroplanes to go travel discussions. So pollution is reduced. Cost of travel is reduced. But I'm getting the same science. Only thing is I'm not meeting them physically. I cannot do handshake, but at the same time, information technology, like for example, we are chatting now, right, through Zoom, Instagram, Facebook. These are technologies. Again, you look at how sitting in the US, I navigated the work in my native place. I can't imagine. So that again, the technology is given the boost So now, even though Corona is there, but we are working. So that is the message. The technology is also important. So we are bringing the experts from technology industry areas. They have solutions. Some of them simple like hand wash or mask or even antibody testing, antigen testing. Some of the technologies, they are great technologies, not be explored until now. It's sequencing technologies, next generation sequencing technologies. So they're all evolving to detect in a faster and a cheaper, affordable. So only wealthy people can able to access care. What about the people living in a remote areas? For example, you don't need to go to hospital. You just connect to the doctors through again technology like information technology. So you get to see them through online and prescribe. So you don't need 90% of healthcare today. You don't need to go to manage at the private level or through doctors through online. Yeah. Yeah. So I was talking information technology. So it's giving trouble. So we need more internet network. So that is the next future innovation. Technology has to go to different places, the rural areas. How to connect to the rural, and for example, COVID. We are only most of the currently scenario is the urban cities. So now it is infecting rural areas. They are less accessible to the healthcare systems. How to reach them? How to help them? People don't have money, no jobs now. How to survive? So this is a great difficult time for entire world. It's not just one country. At the same time, so we should hope positivity in the sense we will have something going to come as a positive, and we need to have a patience. We don't need to be panic. It's not going to kill entire humanity. Okay, so some people have health issues. They are more vulnerable. Possibly you isolate them and keep them or give some drugs which are antiviral, particularly anti-COVID virus related. So the experience from across the world is important than individual country. So that is why we are bringing people different parts of the world, share each other and live each other. We should do work peacefully across the world. No violence. We should not fight each other. Just human beings. So it is the nature against the currently the COVID against the human. So we all come together. It's already with us, and we will see how this virus will stay with us without harming our body systems. So that's the message. Currently, a lot of experts are going to talk about. Please do join. So from August 27th to 30th, don't miss. This is, I'm telling you, all of everybody, irrespective of discipline, the great opportunity.
One more, Guruji. There is something very interesting. This I used to see in engineering stream. Then this is really very interesting. What you are doing with students? You are organizing something called as hackathon for medicine and biological stream students. You are mute. Sorry, you are mute. Guruji, you are mute.
Yeah. So this hackathon, in the sense, something to ideas to solve. it was there in IT industry particularly. So in biology area, this was not explored. So let's take the similar concept. Solving, for example, you need to solve something. People call across the world. Okay, you code it, you do it. That is what the people did earlier in the area of information technology. For me, it's a biology and information science, right? 3 billion letters, and then 30,000 letters of virus, 3 billion letters of human genome, combinatorial. It is a code actually. So it's a much more than the computer science. We have my brain, records everything. I'm seeing you now, right? It's taking a picture, pixel. It is storing inside. So, so our biological system is an information science. We are biologists. So bringing the people from biology side and computer science or any areas, even in a business area, mathematics, predictions. So maybe even the school kids can come and compete. They may have a greater idea to solve the world problem like COVID-19. So we are given the opportunity for the people come and showcase. It's not just only scientists. The message is scientists currently don't have solution right now. Maybe the non-scientific community, like even students, just budding, students, or people in the street, they can maybe have a great idea to solve this problem in a short period of time. So that is the reason we call hackathon combat COVID-19. So I'm sure many of them excited. It's a new word. Many countries they're not heard about this, but this is what we started. Please do join. Come with your ideas, showcase, and we will give the opportunity to present the best ideas in the conference. So again, for them, we make all the arrangements, showcase to the world.
This was really very, very interesting point. Because we did not know actually what hackathon, how it is useful. This biology people like students from biology streams are totally away from IT. So it was really interesting, and even I wanted to know more. Maybe even I will participate in it.
So you're always welcome. Anybody. There is no discipline. You don't need education. So people in the rural, urban, or developing nations, or in the jungle, or in the high altitude, somebody can participate. Bring this is much more than a Nobel Prize. Okay, the humanities, saving the humanity. Maybe the great ideas exist. So we have to take them out, spread to the world. So that is what combat COVID-19 hackathon. So this is on 24th August. I think next another 4-5 days are left. Please do register. It's free. So make it free. We're not charging anybody. And we take the best selected people. Then we showcase them in the main conference. So I think it's a great opportunity for everybody. So that is one. This is called pre-conference. So we have post-conference. Because the other one is how to solve particularly computation from genomics area. So today biology work is done by computers. You can't believe it. 20 years of human genome work can be done in 24 hours in Bangalore. I don't need to go to different countries. I know I was there, US, but now the technology is accessible in Bangalore, and I can able to sequence thousands of these viral genomes, millions, not thousands. We have capabilities. But at the same time, not many people talking about the human genome because the human genome is more expensive to do it at a population scale. So that is a next area where we understand and susceptibility of individuals. So for that, you require a kind of computational approaches. It's not just by sequencing is not going to just help you. You need to analyze the data in the sense the population. So greater challenges comes into that. Many of the biologists or even computer science people may not know how to handle biology data, and biology people, I'm talking even in general, not been exposed to the computer science. So I had an opportunity from postdoc till now, and now it is the time. So there is no biology, there is no computer science division. So all my students, all my staff, Bangalore Genomics Center, everybody does isolation of RNA, isolation of DNA, sequencing analysis. So this is what the bioinformatics workshop. This will be a series of lectures, series of demos. We do hands-on training, but this time more people because each one we need to go able to help them. But in the future, you are welcome to visit Bangalore Genomics Center in person. You can work with our scientists. They will make you in 7 days, 3 to 7 days. Anybody will make them as a computational biologist. So that is the power of Bangalore Genomics Center. So we created. You don't need a month and training, 3 to 7 days. Then we'll follow up, and then we any background. You don't need a biology or even from people from arts, from commerce. They can also join. So that is our mantras of training programs. Okay. So please do come and join. It is on 30th. One day, we kept 1 day. We do have series of training programs. You want to spend more time, you can enroll for a weekly program, or you can have a monthly program training programs available either online or physical. So that is the strength of Bangalore Genomics Center.
Wow,
Anything?
Guruji, it's really good talking to you. You know, I believe this conference is going to be the one of the best conference held till date. We know we are gathering all of the top scientists throughout the world under one platform. That is second World Conferences in Advances in COVID-19.
I think
It's
so.
really, sorry.
So I think so. So
Yeah.
pre-conference, we are bringing ideas, all the minds together. At the same time, in the middle conference, we bring the experts who maybe have a solution currently, like a vaccine or Ayurveda or a intensive care unit. At the same time, the post-conference, bioinformatics, data science. So very, very important. We can't do research today without the data science. We are talking about the population, millions of individuals. So either human genome or a viral, we need to understand the population. Then only we'll be able to. Current test we are doing is positive just by RT-PCR, but that will not give you the much information unless you sequence end to end the virus, how it is mutating. So we are bringing the experts. We already published some data. This see what is the mutation is going on the viral population. What are the genes? What are the amino acids searching? Can we target those by antibodies or developing a drug against those targets? So I think it is the best compared to any of the previous conferences and the training programs. We are bringing the hackathon, concept adopted in computer science into the biology. Hello, I can't hear you. No.
Now can you?
Yes. Yes, I can.
So yes, this is going to be a really great platform for everybody, for students, for researchers, for faculty, even for the common people who are there. This is really going to be a just great platform. Everybody can join. Everybody can know what really is happening in the world amidst COVID-19. Yes.
Yes, particularly medicine, because the work earlier done, kind of separation, allopathy and Ayurveda, particularly in India, the, they're totally different, streams generally people follow. But now there is a one science, one medicine that's called integrated medicine. So every opportunity for every discipline, even Ayurveda, they can showcase. I think it's a great. They can come and even tell preliminary data, whatever they are finding or ideas, which maybe world is not knowing it. It may be hiding in their mind. They can explore in hackathon, and if they have data, they can come and show in the conference. Or they want to do understand more deep about data science, they can enroll in bioinformatics. At the same time, in modern medicine, we have a human genome, we have human proteome, metabolome, and we have a lot of information on one side, drugs, hospitals, ICU units, how do you manage, estimate oxygen, how, healthcare systems, they can also participate, learn even traditional medicine. So there will be should be now only one medicine is called integrated medicine. People can choose what they want. At the same time, people can complement each other. The knowledge from, particularly in Ayurveda, is the, more than 5,000 years history. It has a that is the reason my area is in medicine, traditional medicine, particularly plant. The best plant in India is tulsi. I was not knowing until I decoded the genome. I was not knowing it contained anti-cancer compounds. At the same time, the neem tree, Azadirakta indica, and we decoded that, and even that being used in in cancer, even HIV, the people able to find the inhibition of these viruses. So we have more than 5,000 plant species which are there in in India. So we have to do research on those. So many of them, they boost our immunity. Amrutaballi, Amrut means it is never died, regenerative. So maybe we have decoded the genome of that. At the same time, we have, we can increase the memory power, So we have herbs for different parts. I have to enhance my brain. So it's a Brahmi. Okay. So the plants leaves exactly look like our new plants. If you open our brain. So there is a great deep science hidden in Indian traditional medicine. So I never had opportunity of this great things. But when I started digging into the Ayurveda and traditional medicine, there is really a great science. So, and we also doing work on, Buddha concepts. This where Gautam Buddha did the meditation, in the sense under the Bodhi tree, people believe that produces oxygen. We yet to work on that, but it's connected to oxygen now, right? Hypoxia, I am talking about hyperoxia. So people go around and get more oxygen in the morning. People believe we have to decode those secrets exist in nature and practices. This is done thousands of years. It's not just like modern science, possibly 200 years. But before that, people survived. We all came from our ancestors, right? We have generated, we migrated. So there is a great learning lesson from the past, and taking those good things into the future is enormous knowledge, hidden knowledge exists in particularly Indian traditional systems. So that's, we're bringing that as a menu to this conference. I don't see any conference in the world today integrated all these in one platform. So that's done by Bangalore Genomic Center and also the Bolivia Professor Gustavo's Institute. It's a great opportunity. We are proud for that. We bring the world, we actually encouraging the world join together. It's not just only COVID. It is learning the science, know each other, best friends, best science, live on the planet in the best peaceful way. That is a message is going to come out from this conference.
Yes,
So,
Guruji.
anything else? I think we have taken more time. So,
this is a very common topic now. It's a never-ending story. People tend to talk more about more because people want to know more about things, what's happening around us. It is such that topic what we are dealing with. So it's a never-ending topic. It just goes on and on and on.
yes, it's a philosophical.
Yeah.
Yes. COVID made us. So I believe in the future, I'm more interested in bringing different concepts of science and also different diseases and the past or the future. So I'm really enjoying. I may not be, do all the work. Every experts. So bringing people in a one platform, it is not that easy. We have done it. We are showcased to the world, and we are going to bring on more and more this kind of conference in the future. And I look forward everybody.
Guruji, so I think we'll end it. So it was really very great of having you on this platform of life, going live, where even common people will come to know what actually we are doing it. So that's the main intention of this live session. Hope everybody knows what we are doing, how important is this conference, and people from various streams are joining us conference. Great speakers throughout the world, people from UK, US, Bolivia, Mexico, you name it, we have it. So this is going to be a really great conference held by Bangalore Genomic Center and High Altitude Pulmonary and Pathology Institute of Bolivia. So looking forward to you all. So then Guruji, Dr. Malali Guruji, he's really great. No, he's so busy, and he's also spent some time with us. So thank you, Guruji, for spending your time and amidst the busy schedule what you have given some time for us. Thank you so much. And sure, most of them will join this conference because this is going to be the great conference ever. So join us on 27th to 30th, that is Second World Conference on Advances in COVID-19. See you all there. So take care. See ya. Bye-bye. Good night.